Good morning, everyone. So our topic today it's all about the philosophical foundation of education. So the goals of this unit are the following. First is discuss the philosophical foundations of the present educational system. Second, make connections between philosophy education and the teaching profession and formulate and express a personal learner-centered philosophy of teaching. Philosophy is a combination of two Greek words, philo and suppos, meaning lover of wisdom. So which means love or friendship. It refers to a love or pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Suppose means wise or knowledgeable. It denotes wisdom or friendship. What is philosophy? Today, philosophy is defined as a collection of a person's or group fundamental beliefs, conceptions, and attitudes. What is philosophy? Set of statements that makes intelligible the existence or occurrence of an object, event, or state of affairs. Chess of Philosophy Panday 2019. So first is metaphysics. It deals with the fundamental questions of reality. So the study of reality and existence, it studies what we are and what our purpose is. Epistemology, it deals with our concept of knowledge, how we learn and what we can know. So, the philosophical study of the nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. Logic. It studies the rules of valid. The study of the laws of thought or correct reasoning. Ethics or moral philosophy. It is concerned with human values and how individuals should act. So, ethics or moral philosophy is the study of what is morally right and wrong and how to make practical decisions. Next is aesthetics or aesthetics. It deals with the notion of beauty and the philosophy of art. So aesthetic or aesthetics, the study of beauty, taste, and art. The FFF are other topics in philosophy which deal with one or more of these branches. Example, philosophy of education. Philosophy of education, the study of the nature, aims, and problems of education. Philosophy of language. Philosophy of language, the study of the nature of language, including how it uses its origins and its relationship to thought and reality. Philosophy of mind. Philosophy of mind, a branch of philosophy that explores the nature of the mind, consciousness, and mental states. Philosophy of religion. Philosophy of religion, the philosophical study of religion, including its nature, meaning, and concepts. Philosophy of science. Philosophy of science, the study of the philosophical questions that arise from the scientific enterprise. And last is political philosophy. Philosophy, a branch of philosophy that studies political concepts, values, and principles, and how they relate to politics, governance, and power. Philosophy of a teacher is significant because it influences, among other things, how he or she represents himself, including the content. Knowing what your own philosophy will help you figure out what kind of teacher you would like to be. Teaching learning process. Teacher-centered philosophy, student-centered philosophies. So 6 basics philosophy of education, teacher-centered philosophies. So first is essentialism. Essentialism is an approach assuming that people and things have natural and essential common characteristics which are inherent, innate, and unchanging. Perennialism is an educational philosophy that focuses on teaching universal truths and ideas that have endured across time. Behaviorism is a branch of psychology that focuses on how people learn through their interactions with the environment. Progressivism is an educational philosophy that places a strong emphasis on the use of human experiences as the basis for knowledge. Existentialism is a philosophy that emphasizes individual existence, freedom, and choices. And last is constructivism, is a learning theory that posits that people construct their own knowledge through their experience and interactions with the world. Teach. Why teach questions refer to the reasons why a particular philosophy is used in classrooms. What to teach. What to teach questions identify the lessons or subjects that can be best taught using a given philosophy. How to teach. How to teach questions present the best teaching method or approach of the philosophy. Essentialism, William Bagley, 1874-1946. Why teach? To let students acquire basic knowledge, skills, and values in acting about the basic approach. And what to teach? Basic skills are fundamental are as such as reading, writing, rhythmic, and right conduct. How to teach? Emphasizes on the mystery of the subject matter, observance of the cure requirements, and longer, an academic year. So, Bagley's essentialism advocates for a turn to foundational educational principles teaching what is essential for students' academic, ethical, and functional development while maintaining strong teacher-led lead instruction with a structured curriculum. Schooling should be practical, preparing students to be productive citizens. Policy should not be set or influenced by school. And last is essential knowledge, skills, as well as academic rigor are at the heart of the curriculum. Perennialism, Robert Hutchins, 1899-1977. Why teach? To teach students to think rationally and develop minds to think critically. What to teach? Lessons are lifted from classic and great books. How to teach? Centered around teachers. So Robert Hutchins' perennialist philosophy advocates for education that goes beyond vocational training, aiming instead to develop free critical thinkers who can engage with the enduring questions of human life by focusing on great works and fostering a culture of inquiry. Hutchins believed education can profoundly impact individuals and society. Perennialism, Robert Hutchins, 1899-1977. The goal of the education, according to perennialists, is to ensure that students gain knowledge of Western civilization's major concepts. The emphasis on teaching everlasting ideas and seeking permanent truths that are constant, not changing, just as the natural and human worlds do not change at their most fundamental level. Behaviorism, John Watson's 1878-1958. Why teach? To modify and shape student behavior. What to teach? Teacher teaches behaviorism, John Watson's 1878-1958. Why teach? To modify and shape students' behavior. What to teach? Teachers Teachers teach students to respond favorably to various stimuli in the environment. How to teach? Teachers arrange environment conditions. They provide reinforcement and punishment. So John Watson, behaviors through conditioning and reinforcement education, according to Watson, is means of modifying behavior to produce the desired outcomes that contribute to an individual's ability to function effectively in society. By focusing on measurable behaviors and structured learning environment, Watson aimed to create a science-based approach to teaching and learning. Behaviorism. John Watson's 1878-1958. Classroom management can also be conceived of as behaviorism. You can change a person's thoughts, feelings, and behavior by changing their environment. The system is built on rewards and punishment. Progressivism. John Dewey, 1859-1952. Why teach? To develop students to become enlightened and enlightened citizens. What to teach? Curriculum that responds to student needs and that relates to their personal lives and experiences. How to teach? Teachers employ experiential methods. They believe that one learns by doing. So John Dewey progressive education philosophy, student-centered approach to teaching that prioritize real world experiences, critical thinking, and democratic values, ultimately aims to prepare students not just for jobs but for participating as informed, engaged citizens in a democratic society. Progressivism. John Dewey, 1859-1952. Progressivists believe that rather than focusing on the material or the teacher, education should focus on the whole child. Learning is based on learners' questions that arise from their experiences in the world. The curriculum subject matter is determined by the interest and concern of the students. Existentialism. John Paul Sartre, 1905-1980. Why teach? To help students understand and appreciate themselves as unique individuals. So to empower students to take ownership of their learning and actively engage with the world around them, recognizing that they are not merely passive recipients of information but creators of their own reality. So what to teach? Students are given a wide variety of options from which to choose. Humanities are given emphasizes. So encourage questionings of assumptions, societal norms, and established truths. Explore concepts like freedom, responsibility, the meaning of life, and the nature of human existence. Foster dialogue around complex issues with multiple perspectives, allowing students to grapple with the ambiguities of life. And how to teach? Teachers provide students with data or allow them to hypothesize, predict, manipulate, pose questions, research, and invent. So, create a classroom environment where students feel comfortable expressing their own unique perspectives and engaging in open dialogue. Encouraging students to examine their own experiences and choices in relation to philosophical concepts, present life situations that force students to confront ethical dilemmas and make choices. Existentialism. Jean Paul Sartre, 1905-1980. Subject content comes second in the existentialist to assessing student in understanding and appreciating themselves as unique individuals who accept full responsibility for their thoughts, feelings, and actions. The duty of the teacher is to assist students in defining their own essence by exposing them to many life paths and establishing an environment in which they can freely choose their own preferred path. And learning is self-paced and self-directed. Constructivism. Jean Piaget, 1896-1980. Why teach? To develop intrinsically motivated and independent learners equipped with learnings. So, Piaget's theory suggests that children are not cognitively inferior to adults and that they actively build their understanding through interactions with the world. Piaget's theory also emphasizes the importance of considering of a learner's background and culture in the learning process. So what to teach? What to teach, students are taught how to learn. So, what to teach? Piaget's theory of cognitive development describes how children construct knowledge through four stages: sensory motor and pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. So, how to teach? Teachers provide students with data or experiences that allow them to hypothesize, predict, manipulate, pose question, research, and invent. So, Piaget's theory suggests that teachers should provide learning experiences and materials that encourage students to advance their thinking. Teachers should also ask questions instead of telling and facilitate discussion that allows students to reach their own conclusion. It entails continued encouraging additional experiment real-world problem solving and then to reflect on and discuss what they're doing and how their understanding is changing. Students in the constructivist classroom should become expert learners by challenging themselves and their strategies, giving them pace with the fast tools to keep learning. And last is students learn how to learn in a well-designed classroom.